London streets turned chaotic as massive protests were seen in the last 1 week over the Palestine Action ban, which on its own spiraled out of control, with nearly 1,000 arrests rocking the city. The Metropolitan Police in London have reported detaining hundreds for allegedly backing the outlawed group, with a few others caught in violent clashes with officers in London. And yet the protest organizers insist the demonstration stayed calm, accusing police of spinning tales and unrest. And add to that the immigration protests that London has seen in the last 1 week. What's going on in London? It's on fire. Here's the full story behind the fiery standoff seen in the United Kingdom.
Shame on you! Shame on you! Arrest the people being silly.
London's streets explode in chaos as protests against the Palestine Action ban spiral out of control. The fuse was lit in July when Palestine Action was outlawed under anti-terror laws after activists stormed the RAF base, smashing 2 military jets.
The mass arrests are already fueling a fierce political debate. The Home Office defends the ban of Palestine Action, pointing to its record of direct action against defense sites, including reported damage to RAF bases and arms facilities. Officials insist proscription is a matter of national security, but critics, including human rights groups, warn the move risks criminalizing peaceful dissent. They argue that arresting protesters simply for displaying signs undermines freedom of speech and right to demonstrate. Palestine Action has vowed to challenge the proscription in court, setting up a legal battle that could define how Britain balances security with civil liberties in the months ahead.
The bold move made supporting the group a crime, punishable by up to 14 years of prison.
London witnessed a dramatic scene at Parliament Square, where almost 900 demonstrators were arrested during a pro-Palestine protest. The crowd had gathered to show support for Palestine Action, recently banned by the UK government under the terrorism laws. Protesters staged a sit-in, holding placards and chanting before police moved in. Authorities say most arrests were made under the Terrorism Act for supporting a proscribed group. While the majority of the demonstrators were peaceful, police report some scuffles and minor assaults on officers. It marks one of the largest mass arrests in recent years, sparking questions about how far the laws should extend into protest activity.
Listen to what Dan Jarvis, UK Security Minister, said while discussing the bill to proscribe Palestine Action as a terrorist group in the House of Lords.
Since its inception in 2020, Palestine Action has orchestrated and enacted a campaign of direct criminal action against businesses and institutions, including key national infrastructure and defence firms that provide services and supplies to support Ukraine, NATO, our Five Eyes allies, and the UK defence industry. Its methods have become more aggressive, with its members demonstrating a willingness to use violence.
Defiant from day one, Palestine Action supporters have rallied against the ban, taking their fight to the streets.
London has become the focal point of escalating unrest following the government's decision to outlaw Palestine Action, a move that has triggered mass arrests, legal challenges, and renewed debate over civil liberties. In July 2025, the UK government proscribed Palestine Action under the Terrorism Act after its members were found to have broken into a Royal Air Force base and inflicted damage on military aircraft. Fast forward to early September and tensions boiled over. On 6 September 2025, a demonstration at the Parliament Square in London resulted in almost 900 arrests, 857 of which were under the provision of supporting a proscribed organization, the rest for various offences, including assaults on police officers. Meanwhile, Palestine Action won permission from the High Court to challenge the proscription in a judicial review, but the government has also secured the right to defend its ban in the same hearings. A full court hearing is scheduled for 25th September 2025. The Crown Prosecution Service has since announced further prosecutions. 138 individuals have now been charged with showing support for the banned group since the prosecution took effect.
Palestine Action's fate was sealed on July 4th when a High Court judge rejected a bid to block its terror group ban. But on July 30th, Palestine Action won a chance to fight back, securing permission to challenge the terror ban. Battle raged on as the Home Office struck back on September 4th, winning a Court of Appeal ruling to block the challenge. In response to this, a street artist, Banksy, unveiled a new mural of a judge beating a protester outside London court. The biggest showdown yet erupted on September 6th in London, with over 1,500 protesters defying the ban, flooding the capital.
Tensions flared in central London this weekend as the UK police carried out one of the city's largest mass arrests in recent years. Almost 900 demonstrators were detained at Parliament Square during a pro-Palestine protest in support of Palestine Action, a group the government has now proscribed as a terrorist organization. Footage shows protesters staging a sit-in with placards while officers moved in swiftly under the Terrorism Act. Most arrests were for backing the banned group, though police say some clashes also led to the charges of assault. The Home Office insists the ban is vital to protect national security, citing Palestine Action's attacks on defense sites. But critics warn the crackdown risks criminalizing peaceful dissent, sparking a heated debate over free speech in Britain. Palestine Action has vowed to fight its proscription in court, setting the stage for a legal and political showdown in the weeks ahead.
As tensions boiled over, police cracked down, arresting nearly 900 people in one of the largest mass arrests in recent UK history. A week later, on September 13, London witnessed its biggest far-right gathering in years. Over 1 lakh people joined Unite the Kingdom rally led by activist Tommy Robinson, sparking deep concern within the Indian community in the UK. But the so-called anti-immigration protests collapsed under its own contradiction as the anti-immigration protesters were caught enjoying Indian street food. While the streets of London were witnessing chaos, US President Donald Trump landed in the United Kingdom. But before Trump arrived, protesters started opposing his visit. From Palestine Action protests to far-right rallies, and now anti-Trump demonstrations. London has turned into a flashpoint of unrest. What began with a terror ban has spiraled into a wider storm, raising questions about the United Kingdom's stability as it braces for more turbulence.